everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you can hear me. Trying out some new headphones today, but today is Spotlight Hour again, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. every Tuesday. We have Spotlight Hour, and today is no different. And we have return of a Pokemon that we haven't actually seen for quite a while in the wild, but it has just been started to be refeatured again, and is also one of the Rocket Grunt leaders Pokemon, and that is Lileep. So Lileep comes back with a little bit of a bang. Obviously we've just had the adventure week, so Lileep's classed as a fossil Pokemon, so I'm surprised it wasn't featured more during the adventure week other than its inclusion with one of the Rocket leaders. But here we are, we have Lileep Spotlight Hour, and we'll go ahead and turn an incense on for the hour and see if we can get one of these shiny. So we have already got this Lileep shiny before. It isn't one that's a new shiny release, it's been around a few times before now, and it probably got released a couple of years ago along with its counterpart Anorith. The fossil Pokemon tend to come out in twos, so let's have a look and see if we can get anything decent in this Spotlight Hour. So let's feed our buddy, because he should be able to be fed now, and we'll be able to switch him out, and we'll be able to deep dive in a bit more about Lileep and the Spotlight Hour, and as well just answer some of your questions in the comments. So let's see if any of these Leap around here are green. It is actually a really nice shiny. Most of the fossil Pokemon are really nice shinies, to be honest, so the Leap is no exception. And we might as well do this Arlo while we're here. None of the leaders really excite me this time around. Obviously we have quite a few cool additions to the Rocket Grunt lineup. So we have the likes of Tortuga, Archon and Timber arriving on the Grunts, but what that has done is it's removed the likes of Cranidos out of them, which is a little bit disappointing, because we all like trying to get Shadow Cranidos, especially with it being so important in the game and so useful. Obviously the best rock type there is Shadow Rampardos in the game, even beating the likes of Mega Diancie, although some scenarios Mega Diancie is better. So but obviously you can only ever have one Mega Diancie, whereas if you're very lucky, you can try and get your hands on 6 Shadow Rampardos, which will be absolutely awesome, especially 6 decent Shadow Rampardos at least anyway. But Cranidos was featured on raids this last couple of days, on the 1-star raids for the Team Go Rockets, and I believe it's still featured on 1-star Team Go, on 1-star Shadow raids. I believe I did one this morning, so hopefully that's going to be around still for quite a while, and then I'll be able to raid some, hopefully get a decent Shadow Cranidos that can evolve into Rampardos. Already managed to get one so far, that's pretty decent, 93 IV, but hoping for some better ones to build up the Rampardos squad. So not really set the teams up for the new Rocket leaders so far. If you're tuning in, thanks very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. So just defeating God of War now, and it's gone. So we haven't even actually had to use the second shield of Arlo's. So pretty decent going let's see if this Anorith is any good. Then we'll start heading off and catching these Lileeps. Did we catch that Anorith or not? Yes, we did. So let's have a quick look and see how good that Shadow Anorith is. Obviously can't TM Frustration away now. The Rocket event is finished, but we could always TM away Frustration next week when the Go Battle event is on. So Buddy's finished. Let's swap out this Buddy and go into our next one. So Buddy, and we will pick the extra small Salandit as our next Buddy to work on. So Salandit coming out as the Buddy Pokemon, and then we will get catching these Lileeps and hopefully get a shiny one. So if you've not already seen, Shiny Lileep goes to a green colour. Looks really, really nice actually, and as does most of the fossil Pokemon. And hopefully we can get one. It has been around for a number of years now. It's probably one of the first original fossil Pokemon to be released shiny after the likes of Kabuto, and it is a really, really nice shiny, as I was saying before. So hopefully we can get one live on stream. That'll be awesome. But if not, then I will definitely show you the ones I've already got in my storage. Don't think I've got a shiny Shadow one so far, but we'll definitely see if we can get a normal shiny today. If you tune in, just do me a favor, let me know in the comments below if you can hear me okay. I'm using new headphones today, new earpieces, so just let me know in the comments if the microphone's working okay. You've probably, if it's not, you probably see my mouth moving about a bit and won't be able to understand what I'm saying. So just please drop a comment below, just let me know if the microphone's working. But Lileep's actually quite a nice, excellent throw to do, so isn't too bad at all to be able to get those excellent throws. And obviously the more excellent throws, the more XP you get, so not a bad Pokemon to be getting those from. Only problem is with having your incense on is that you don't know if you've caught it yet. On a quick catch, it won't disappear completely if you're trying to quick catch it. If you catch it normally, it will disappear. But if you're quick catching, it will stay there on the screen. You end up throwing loads of balls at it thinking that it still hasn't caught, but it won't disappear until it's timed out. So definitely only worth throwing the one ball. So we're heading up to the top here, where the spawns are going to get quite a bit more dense. So we're going to get quite a lot of Lileeps around here. We haven't really seen many Lileeps in the wild as of late, so it's quite a nice sight to be seeing this. Obviously only being featured in the Adventure Week recently gone in the form of Rocket Leader. So it is a really, really nice, excellent throw. We'll have to look and see how many lucky eggs we've got to see if it's worth putting one on. If I've got quite a few, I might just put one on, with it being such a good, excellent throw, but only got 9, so I'll definitely save those. We can save those for the upcoming raid days that have been announced on the save a dates on Pokemon GO's Twitter page. Twitter, should say X, but by the by, everybody knows it still as Twitter. So let's get spinning these gems just to fill up with a few more Pokeballs as we're doing this, and hopefully we won't run out. And obviously with certain events upcoming as well, we definitely don't want to run out. So there's some really good events coming up shortly, which we'll talk about in a bit. And you definitely need to keep an eye on how many Pokeballs you've got, because you don't want to be running out before these good events start. So the comments are open. Feel free to ask questions below in the comments. Let me know if you've done Spotlight Hour in your region already, or whether you're just waiting around for your Spotlight Hour to begin, or are you sat here in the UK unable to do Spotlight Hour for whatever reason and you're just tuning in. Let me know below. So here's where most of the, and a few tiny ones, I don't know if that's the same one as before, might be. Let's catch him instead. So this is where quite a lot of Lileep should appear in the wild. We do get really good spawns around this area, hence why I tend to walk similar route most Spotlight Hours, because I know the spawns are decent. It's a good thing about if you know an area, you know where to go. You know it's nice and quiet, that you can walk around and do a YouTube live stream like I'm doing now, but also you know that the spawns are really good as well. But these excellent throws are really nice. In fact, I'm going to check and see how much XP we're currently on. So just over 600,000 into 458 million, so 458,600,000. Let's see how much we end up with at the end of this Spotlight Hour. So as with all Spotlight Hours, there is a bonus to this one. It is 2 times catch candy, which, when it isn't really a useful Pokemon like Lileep, it's a bit unfortunate to have that bonus alongside it. But in a way, you could also take advantage with that bonus by putting a Meltan box on, or by putting a Gimmighoul bag on, meaning that you'll get double candies for catching Gimmighoul or Meltan. So it's also a really good time to do that. Terrible throw on that occasion. So like I say, the spawns up here are quite awesome around this area. And the excellent throws are really coming in now. All you got to do is try and aim for a black part of its head. Get it inside. And it will hit an excellent throw. So not bad as a target. I hope somebody's keeping count in terms of how many excellent throws I've done in a row so far, because this is quite impressive. Just let this car come past. So still hitting excellent throws on these. Not doing too bad on them at all. Unfortunately, missed up on that one. Quickly get rid of some 1-star, 2-stars. And we are back underway again. So like I was saying before, I am trying new headphones out today, so if you can drop a comment below and just let me know if they're working okay, then that'll be brilliant. Just so I know I'm not rabbiting on my live stream and nobody can actually hear me. Such a nice, excellent throw. Definitely going to be ramping up the XP this Spotlight Hour, even though we haven't got a 2x catch XP. It is going to be really, really nice total at the end. Hoping that these Pokeballs are actually catching most of them. Don't want to be having to use our Great Balls or Ultra Balls. Them are going to be saved for the upcoming event, which is, well, it's a Pokemon GO World Championships first. But after that, massive Lileep here. That's not what's after the Pokemon GO World Championships. But after the Pokemon GO World Championships, or actually during the Pokemon GO World Championships on the Sunday of the weekend, it is Beldum Community Day. So Beldum Classic Community Day. Obviously that already been a Community Day way back, probably in around about 2019 now. It is now returning, and as we all know, Beldum is a super useful Pokemon when it's evolved into its final form, Metagross. But to make it more important and to make it more relevant, you do need that Community Day move, Meteor Mash, to make it actually relevant in any way, shape or form. Without it, it doesn't do much good at all. And obviously, Metagross is one of the only Mega Pokemon not yet to be released, not including the new Mega Pokemon, which are rumoured in the ZA game, which is coming out in 2025 on Nintendo Switch. But of the ones that are currently unreleased in Pokemon GO that have already been released on the Pokemon series, Metagross is one of those that hasn't yet been released. And like we saw with Lucario, I fully expect it to be released. When it does get released, I fully expect it to be released in a way of a raid day, potentially a 6-hour one, similar to Lucario, just because of the amount of additional money Niantic can make from doing a 6-hour raid day. In terms of the typical 3-hour raid day, I'm quite sure we brought in a lot more money on Lucario raid day compared to other raid days previously. But we'll wait and see. I know there is a couple of raid days actually scheduled on the Niantic's Twitter page on the Save the Dates. Can't quite remember what dates they are, but I know there's one in September and I believe there's one in October as well. So it'll be interesting to see what those raid days are. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. So no shiny Lileep so far. 18 minutes gone of the Spotlight Hour. So like I was saying before, Lileep is actually classed as a fossil Pokemon when it was first released onto Pokemon GO as shiny. It came out at the same time as Anorith. Fossil Pokemon tend to be in pairs. The likes of Kranidos has Shieldon as a pairing. The likes of Kabuto. So many fossil Pokemon tend to come out in pairs. Tortuga, Archon, for example. And obviously Tyrant and Mora being another example. So Lileep is no different. Came out at the same time as Anorith. So its shiny has been released for quite some time now. And although not a super useful Pokemon when it's fully evolved into Cradle, it is still a really nice shiny. So I'll show you quickly what the shinies look like. So all the Lileeps, and there you go, there is the shiny Lileep. So back in 2020 I managed to get this one, so it's definitely been around for 4 years, if not longer than that. And it goes to that green colour, and its little petals on the top of its head go to like an orangey colour, a pale orange for the inside and a bit of a darker orange on the outside of the petals, obviously compared to the standard, which is pink. So quite a significant change when it goes shiny, which is always nice to see. Don't really like seeing these Pokemon which hardly change on the shinies, which is very disappointing because the likes of Gengar is in that region. Gengar my favourite Pokemon. Unfortunately, doesn't get much justice in terms of its shiny. Only going a bit of a paler purple. But luckily, it has a Mega Evolution, and hopefully coming up as well, a Gigantamax Evolution, which when the shiny one evolves, it goes to a bright white. Awesome looking shiny. I just wish he did that with a normal shiny Gengar. A white shiny Gengar would be absolutely amazing. It's a little bit of a shame in that respect that we don't do that. So like I was saying before, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. We've just gone over 900 subscribers on our channel, so really massive shout out to everybody who's hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot, and obviously getting you to watch me as well is the reason why I do this. So really enjoy doing it, and hopefully you enjoy watching as well. Probably encourages me to actually get out and walk about more than what I normally do, which is good, obviously, for multiple reasons. Definitely try and hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is the goal. We're 903 at the moment. Before we went live on the stream, hopefully we can get close to 910 by the end of the stream. And make sure to check out all the other videos on my channel as well. Loads of awesome new videos, including what might be one of the world's firsts as well. So make sure to go check out that YouTube video. Something incredibly lucky happened to me on Pokemon GO the other week, and don't know if anybody else has had what I've managed to get. So maybe a world's first. Let me know in the comments of that video when you come across it. It was only posted a couple of days ago, so hopefully it won't take too long to find on my channel, and you can decide for yourself how lucky I was. For some reason my YouTube's gone up messy there. I can only just see the comments now, so it's a little bit disappointing that I missed some of the comments, but I've only just been able to see the comments, and I had to go on YouTube to make it work. So thanks for sticking with me while we had that little bit of a technical issue there. But yeah, so where am I from? I am from the UK, near Manchester. Hopefully the comments are working okay now. Hopefully you can let me know below. So 24 minutes gone of our spotlight hour here in the UK. And still no shiny Lileep as of yet, but loads of excellent throws. Managing to hit this excellent throw pretty well, really. Not getting many that don't go to excellent. There's a really nice catch circle. Indeed, it is quite a big catch circle, so it does make that excellent throw a lot easier. So having fixed the comments, hopefully when you comment now, it should come up on my screen and I'll be able to see what the comments are and respond to any questions that you might have. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So 25 minutes in, no Shiny Lileep so far. Still managing to get quite a few Lileep spawning, but we are going to head down to where the spawns start to get a little bit more often. Hopefully be able to get a Shiny Lileep live on stream for you. Really, really nice shiny. As I mentioned before, I don't think I've got a shiny shadow one. Let's have a look at our shadow shinies. Is a Lileep there? No, there isn't. So still not got a shiny shadow Lileep. Obviously this is the second time it's came round on the leaders. Obviously it got brought back the other day. So the leaders now have Carvanha, of which we had a shiny one, as you've just seen, as we've just checked. We had a shiny one the first time that came around as well, so that's the second time that's been around. So Carvanha is on one of the rocket leaders, Anorith and Lileep are on the others. So it is the second time that all those have been back around on the rocket leaders. Still waiting very patiently for that Ghastly to return. Hopefully it's going to be around Halloween when we next get the next rocket event, hopefully. And it means that we might get some ghost Pokemon, so fingers crossed for that. But with all these rumours about Gigantamax in Pokemon GO, let me know in the comments below what you think these upcoming raid days that have been released are going to be. There's a raid day in September, there's a raid day in October. There's also a research day, I believe, in each one of those months as well. What do you think those Pokemon are going to be? It's not too bad here in the UK today. It's quite a nice day for walking around. It's been quite humid and hot recently, but at the moment it's quite a nice little breeze. Not too bad temperature as well, which is really, really good for walking around and doing the spotlight hour. The only thing that'll make it better now is if we get a shiny on stream, which will be good. So as you can see, a few more Lileep spawning in now. And then it might just dry up again a little bit. But we should get a few more as we get towards the other Pokestops down the road. Any of these Lileep green? Let's have a quick look. Really, really nice hitting these excellent throws on these. So quick tally up on the XP. Over 100,000 XP already. 138,000 in fact since we started. So not too bad going at all in the first hour. Well, the first half an hour, should I say, of the spotlight hour. Only halfway through, just this minute. Shiny Lileep. That would have been a really nice, really nice shiny, that would have. Have a quick check in a minute and see if we've also got any hundos of any Lileeps that we've just been catching. Let's have a quick check. 4-star. Nope. Lugias were the last hundos that we had from the Lugia raid weekend. If you haven't already seen how we managed to get on during that raid weekend for Lugia, Shadow Lugia, and go ahead and check out the video I posted up yesterday. So yesterday I posted a video in respect of the whole adventure week, how we managed to get on. So not just the Lugias, but also all the adventure weeks with the boosted spawns of the fossil Pokemon in research tasks and 7k eggs. Did we manage to get any shinies? Go and check that video out to find out the answer. Could really do with a few more Pokestops around this area. There's quite a few footpath markers around this area, but some... Hello to you as well. But sometimes footpath markers get in, sometimes you don't. Depends on who's voting on them. They should actually get in. Footpath markers are on the criteria for acceptance on the Niantic website, but unfortunately they don't always get in. We have just had a egg hatch, and Archon has hatched out of our 7k egg. One from the last adventure week. So we'll put another 7k egg in on our free incubator. No more incubators, so we're just going to hatch those last couple of 7k eggs from the adventure week in our normal incubator and see what we get out of them. I'm really surprised we've not had a hatch day for quite some time now, so maybe we'll have a hatch day in the next season. I did think we were going to get a hatch day this time around because of the loading screen. If you remember when this season launched, the loading screen changed and we had Mantine, or Mantike should I say, in the loading screen right at the front, which made me pretty convinced that we were going to have a hatch day for Mantike, obviously Mantike being the baby Pokemon of Mantine. I was pretty convinced we were going to get a hatch day for it, but we haven't. So obviously with all the Go Fest going on, perhaps they didn't fit it in. Excellent throw on that Lileep again. One didn't stay in the ball. Let's try with another excellent throw. There we go. So loads of Lileep caught. We'll just have a quick clear out of storage. 36 going in the bin, or 35 Joltik with PvP IVs staying out of it for now. We're only hitting a couple of great throws on those ones. Just let these cyclers come past.
Cheers, mate.
No worries. So Salandit, quite a far way off being best buddy. There's a Mega Kangaskhan there, which is really, really nice. Fighting types boosted as well. Shall we do a Mega Kangaskhan live on stream? Do you reckon we should do? Mega Kangaskhan live on stream. Shall we do it or not? Let me know in the comments. We're heading towards one, so if we should, let me know. Or should we do it after Spotlight Hour and do it as a separate YouTube video? Decisions. Do you reckon we can solo a Mega Kangaskhan? It is cloudy weather, so fighting types are boosted, so we should stand a better chance. Unsure if I've soloed one of those already before or not. Would be a really, really cool solo. So Kangaskhan up ahead, massive Lileep, no shiny unfortunately. I think we will give the Kangaskhan a go, or the solo raid, and see how we get on. It is going to be weak to fighting because it's a normal Pokemon, but Mega Kangaskhan is really, really nice raid to be doing. We're heading towards that direction anyway, so we might as well do the Mega Kangaskhan raid and see if we can indeed solo it. So drop a like on the video if you want to watch me do this Mega Kangaskhan raid as a solo, so just on my own. Let me know if you want to see that by dropping a like on the video. So comment down below if you want to. I think either way we're actually going to be going and doing it. It's right in the line of where we're walking. So, and Lileep, although as nice as Lileep is, I would prefer a shiny Kangaskhan above all. So I think we will go ahead and try and solo this Mega Kangaskhan. Let's see whereabouts we can reach it from. Hopefully we don't have to go too close to the road, whereby we struggle in terms of hearing, because the road traffic isn't very brilliant as I'm trying to speak to you on live stream. A little bit of a dried up river here, so really bad drive up river. So we'll go and stand in here while we do this solo. Normally can't stand here, but dried up riverbed it is. Yeah, let's go for it. I've decided we are going to solo this Mega Kangaskhan. We probably should do an additional YouTube video for this. And I will probably do one in the next couple of days. But of course, we are going to need our fighting types for this. So let's go ahead and go for fighting and see what we've got in terms of CP. So Terrakion is up there as one of the best fighting Pokemon in the game. So we are definitely going to be putting those in our team first. Then we also have Keldeo, also one of the best fighting types, perhaps just below Terrakion as a fighting type, but still right up there. 2 Shadow Machamps, both maxed out to level 50, definitely going in the squad. And our final Pokemon, shall we do a Mega Lucario? I think we will. I think we will go for that Mega Lucario, 26 Mega Energy. Let's Mega that Lucario and see how we get on in terms of this solo raid. So we're going to save this team just because if we do faint out, we can always max revive and jump straight back in. So this is going to be Kanga team, and this is the team we're going to solo for this. So let's ready up and see if we can solo this Mega Kangaskhan. live during Lileep Spotlight Hour. So let's go for it. Let's do it. So we are off. So 300 seconds on the clock, as with every mega raid. Terrakion, as you can see above, nobody else is in the lobby. It is just me soloing this mega Pokemon, which is Return of Mega Kangaskhan, which if you live outside the Australia region, New Zealand region, you'll be super happy to see, because this is a regional Pokemon. It's from the first generation as well, so it's from the original Kanto games. Was always one of my favourite Pokemon, especially when it megas. It looks really, really cool with its baby coming out of its pouch. Really like that. They haven't changed much with Kangaskhan apart from its baby growing up and standing in front of its mum. That is the Mega Evolution look, and it does look really, really nice. So Keldeo out now, 240 seconds on the clock. Like I say, we are boosted by the weather, so Shadow Machamp will be getting a little bit of a stronger kick off these raids, or off these attacks should I say, because of the weather. 221 seconds on the clock. So if you just tune in, you are tuning in to Lileep Spotlight Hour, but we've been slightly distracted because there is a Mega Kangaskhan, of which we're just trying to solo here, so unsure if I've managed to solo a Mega Kangaskhan before. It has been quite a while since it last come round on raids, so it's nice to see it return again. Obviously we've recently had the likes of Mega Aerodactyl in raids, of which we were unable to solo, mainly due to it needing rainy weather, so that electric types are boosted. But we didn't manage to get any of that here in the UK, which makes a first. No rainy weather, no boosted electric types means we couldn't do the Mega Aerodactyl. So that's Mega Lucario knocked out. Let's have a quick reviving session. Revive those Pokemon, jump straight back in and see how we get on. It is going to be very close. I don't think we're actually going to be able to do this time round, but we'll go for it anyway. See how close we actually get to doing this Mega Kangaskhan raid. So Terrakion running Sacred Sword as its moveset. Definitely one of the best fighting types in the game. Then we have Keldeo, again with Sacred Sword as its charge move. I think he's got low kick as a fast move. 105 seconds on the clock, just gone. So Keldeo gets knocked out, and we are in with our first of two Shadow Machamps, both to level 50, both running Dynamic Punch, which is again the best moveset for Machamp. Really, really nice to see Machamp still useful in the game, even though it is only in Shadow form. It does get a Gigantamax form as well, which will be really interesting to see how useful that is in the game, especially with the inclusion of Mega Lucario a couple of weeks ago on Pokemon GO. So we're into the red, 57 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be our first Machamp knocked out, second Shadow Machamp. Hopefully we don't get our squad defeated. This is going to be super, super close, in fact. So let's see if we can do this Mega Kangaskhan raid during Lileep Spotlight Hour. A little bit going off tour a little bit. Getting another Dynamic Punch off, that's probably essential there. Earthquake coming in. No, Lucario is not going to like that Earthquake, but hopefully if we can get to a few Aura Spheres before it gets off, then hopefully we have a standing chance. I did just see Kangaskhan's health then just rise straight up then. Wasn't ideal, and that probably means we've just lost a raid. So let me know in the comments if you saw that health bar just miraculously rise up then on Kangaskhan. That wasn't really very good, but I'm indeed going to try and solo this again. I know now that it's got Earthquake, so I know not to use Lucario. So if Lucario is going out the squad, what should replace it as a fighting type? So unfortunately Lucario didn't do much damage. Or should we just put it as first? I think we will just put it as first. So first for Lucario, Mega Lucario, with it running Earthquake. The other fighting types seem to be standing better. But let's see in terms of what other fighting types we've got. We have also got another Terrakion, but that's not got Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword running on that one and on that one. 2 Shadow Machamps powered up all the way. So Lucario right at the start and Terrakion at the end. Let's see how we get on this second time round. Hopefully a little bit better, even though it is the same team. We can hopefully do a little bit better than what we did the first time around. Apologies if you tune in, expecting Lileep Spotlight Hour. I've just been a little bit gone off tour just to see if we can actually solo this Mega Raid boss that's been released in Pokemon GO. Obviously, Kangaskhan's been around quite a few times now as a Mega in Pokemon GO, but it's just come back around in Raids. And we're going to see if we can solo it during this cloudy weather, which means fighting types are boosted. Sacred Sword on our Terrakion. Terrakion's not doing very well against those Earthquakes, only just surviving one before being completely wiped out from the fast move. Keldeo withstanding him a little bit better, only going down to yellow health, meaning that it can stay in and do a few more Sacred Swords before fainting out. Probably going to have to start trying to dodge these if we can. There we go, dodged. So hopefully we can anticipate when those charge moves are coming up and dodge them. Might be essential to making sure we can try and solo this Mega Kangaskhan Raid. So we won't dodge the next one. If it does come up again with an Earthquake, we'll let it attack us. Yeah, we don't mind that. Keldeo is nearly knocked out anyway. So Shadow Machamp, we'll try and dodge Earthquake with Shadow Machamp in just a second and see how we get on. Don't want to waste too much time dodging because that will eat away at our attack time. Didn't manage to dodge that one then. Tried, but unfortunately failed. So again, we won't bother dodging the next Earthquake if it comes in with this Machamp. We'll let it go out. We'll try again with the next Machamp. So 185 seconds on the clock coming up. We have got another Terrakion. Dodged that. So with those dodgings, we should be able to survive a few Earthquakes. Just need to keep an eye out on when those Earthquakes are going to be coming in. Again, just about dodging. Dynamic Punch again. So definitely surviving a lot longer now with dodging those moves. Still do get hit by them, but not nearly as much. So Machamp taking the brunt of that one, unfortunately. So Terrakion is our last Pokemon in the first squad. Trying to dodge as many as we can without wasting too much time on this Mega Kangaskhan Raid. We have a few Sacred Swords, and if it does Earthquake us again, we will just sit here and take it. There it is. So hopefully max revive means that we can get this squad back in. Now, because we have fainted out, Mega Kangaskhan will regain 5% of its health again. Can't help that. Keep an eye out on when it wants to use Earthquake, and we will dodge around. I think keeping this Mega Lucario in the squad with that Aura Sphere and its high DPS means that this is going to be a case of trying to dodge another one of this Earthquake and getting a few more of these Aura Spheres off. That might be the difference to if we're going to win this raid or not. 50 seconds on the clock. I am just going to keep hitting it now and see if we can do this raid without dodging anymore. Don't want to waste too much time on the dodge. We aren't going to fade out again as a team. 34 seconds left on the clock. Sacred Sword with Keldeo. We know Keldeo can withstand an Earthquake. Still going to be agonisingly close. I don't think we're going to be able to do it again. Really, really frustrating in that respect. Again, around the same time as what we managed before. Should we attempt again, or potentially attempt after the Spotlight Hour? We can probably go after the Spotlight Hour, to be honest. Or shall we attempt again now? So what of our current squad can we power up, if anything? Terrakion there. Double kick and Sacred Sword. Double kick and Sacred Sword. We can power that Terrakion up a bit. So that Hundo Terrakion getting powered up a little bit. And then, what else is in our squad? We have Keldeo. Can't power that up, unfortunately. Machamp, I believe they are already at level 50. They are indeed. And then we obviously have that Lucario, of which we can't power up anymore, but it is already level 50 anyway. So I think Lucario with that DPS will be doing most damage by far, but it's just a case that with Earthquake, it's not going to get too many of those Aura Spheres off before it does get knocked out, unfortunately. Potentially we could see if we could dodge a few of those Earthquakes with just Lucario. So only dodging with Lucario, not dodging with anything else. That might work. Let's have another quick go at it. So third time lucky. We know this has Earthquake. So we know our Lucario is going to take only one hit to get knocked out. We know Terrakion's not going to last too long. Machamp and Keldeo will last a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Keldeo does survive it a little bit more. But let's see if by dodging with Lucario, because that does the most DPS, with dodging with Lucario, we can hopefully solo this Mega Kangaskhan. Unfortunately, that means we've probably wasted the last 15 minutes of Spotlight Hour, but I do quite like a challenge. So we have got Lucario in the battlefield as of now, running off those Aura Spheres. We're going to keep an eye out to see when this Earthquake comes in and dodge it like that. So straight onto those Aura Spheres again. Keep an eye out for that Earthquake. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Can we get to another Aura Sphere? Unfortunately, just missed out, but we will just carry straight on now. We won't bother dodging anymore. The time we waste trying to dodge perhaps just takes it away from what we can damage output, because it has been around similar time both occasions, both with trying to dodge most of the attacks and also just carrying on. It's been around the similar sort of health mark when we've ran out of time. Now, a good indication on if we're going to be able to do this solo roughly means it should be around about yellow, around the 160 mark, which is 10 seconds over the 150 halfway point, but it just means that we have a bit of time to revive. And also, with everything, when you get knocked out of a raid battle, the raid boss gains 5% of its health, so it also takes into account that 5% gain as well. So keep an eye out on when it goes yellow, what time it is. 170 is definitely a safer bet, but 160 is still doable when it goes yellow. So Machamp, Shadow Machamp, level 50. Like I say, surviving that earthquake a little bit better than its Terrakion counterpart, but Terrakion does do more damage than Shadow Machamp. Can't go away from that fact. 170, that would have been nice if it went to yellow at that stage. 165, not too bad actually. Potentially keeping just that Lucario in and dodging with that Lucario could be the difference. Terrakion surviving that earthquake, but won't survive any more fast moves. It will be knocked out, and that means a max revive is definitely needed. So max revive straight back in, hopefully not straight into an earthquake. Definitely don't want that. Hopefully we can get off a few of these aura spheres. Earthquake incoming. Let's dodge. So 6:57. Unfortunately, if you're tuning in, we haven't done much of Spotlight Hour. We have indeed been trying to do this solo. Now, I don't know if I believe Mega Lucario is actually still in the battlefield here, although it seems to have fainted out. There is Terrakion now. So 95 seconds, and we are slowly coming into the red zone now of his health bar. Hopefully a couple more Sacred Swords here from Terrakion or Keldeo, and we'll be in the red health bar. There we are. We're just about get in that red health bar now. 80 seconds left on the clock, which isn't too bad. We're not going to try and dodge any more attacks. We dodged with Lucario because of its steel typing. It meant that it was super effective. The charge move of Mega Kangaskhan Earthquake was super effective against that steel typing of Lucario, so we definitely dodged with that. 55 seconds on the clock. We are looking a lot healthier now on the health bar, so it just goes to show using the same Pokemon but a little bit different tactics can actually work. Also, Machamp there, Shadow Machamp running Dynamic Punch. Hopefully getting to another one before it faints out. There we go. Can it get to another one, in fact? Just getting to another Dynamic Punch. So another Shadow Machamp. This is going to be super close. 13 seconds left on the clock. Have we done it? Have we actually done it this time? Surely that's gone. Mega Kangaskhan is defeated. 5 seconds left. That's definitely worth a like, surely. Definitely like on the video. That was a very close battle. We had to do it 3 times, in fact. So the first time, the second time, and the third time with the same team. The first time we just went straight out battle. Didn't manage to win it. The second time we dodged with every Pokemon. Didn't win it. The third time we dodged with just Lucario, because we know that's our Pokemon that does the most damage, with it being the top fighting type attacker. So we dodged with just Lucario, and we didn't dodge with anything else. And it really did good. So Kangaskhan's not shiny. 1451. Unsure if that's a decent one, but let's have a quick look. Unfortunately, we've missed a little bit of Lileep Spotlight Hour, but hopefully you've still enjoyed it. A little bit different from the normal Spotlight Hours. We've managed to do a Mega Kangaskhan Solo Raid in between. We couldn't not miss up on the opportunity, really, with it being the right weather conditions to try and take on that solo, and also with it being right there in front of us on the walk. It meant that we couldn't really miss up on the opportunity to try and tackle the new, or the newly brought back, should I say, Mega Pokemon. 1451, not bad at all, really. So Kanga Solo goes straight there in at, what IV is that? 3, so 12, 14, 15, so missing 4 off the stats, meaning it's a 91 IV, so not too bad at all, really. Unfortunately, not got attack. We have only got 12 attack on that, so really happy to be able to do that solo. Actually really happy. Unfortunately, like I say, we've missed Lileep Spotlight Hour. It has now ended, so we will just have a quick recap on where we finished up that Spotlight Hour with the probably 40 minutes that we actually managed to do. So let's have a quick look and see. No shiny, unfortunately, so we missed out on the Shiny Lileep of Spotlight Hour, although Lileep shiny we have already got quite a few of already, so 5 in total, 2 Cradle Lilies and 3 Lileeps. So you can see there what the shiny colour goes to. If you've not already seen it, it goes to that green colour, as we mentioned before, the orange petals as well on the top of its head, and then Cradle Lily goes to a really nice bright reddy pink colour, again with its orange headwear there as well. So really nice shiny. As with all the fossil Pokemons, they tend to be really cool looking shinies. So let's have a quick look and see if we managed to get any 4 stars, so any hundos during the Spotlight Hour. Unfortunately not. Those 3 Lugias were our last hundos, and they were from the raid weekend. So let me know in the comments below how you managed to get on during Spotlight Hour, if you've already done it in your region or if you're yet to do it. And also let me know what you think about that solo Mega Kangaskhan raid. We managed to do it finally. Took a little bit of tactics to try and work out the best way to use our fighting squad, but we still managed to do it, and I'm sure I'll be doing another one in the next couple of days and posting it as a separate YouTube video up on my channel. Hopefully we can do it a little bit more safer than those 3 seconds or 5 seconds that we had left that raid. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you've not already, like and subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out for that Mega Kangaskhan raid video coming up on my YouTube channel, hopefully in the next couple of days, if we get more weather conditions that are cloudy, and it means that we can go ahead and challenge it again to a solo. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.